What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and today, you guys, I got the first place LCS 11 winner. This is Ben K. I'm not even going to try to butcher your name, bro. We're just going to call you Ben K. That was your name over on Dueling Book. He just won LCS 11, playing against Ryan Yu and beating him in the finals against his Dino deck, and he did it with Dragon Link, you guys. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. You'll also be notified when I do all the other stuff that I do, but I'm not going to waste any of that time explaining it in this video because we're here for the goods, and the goods here is literally this Dragon Link deck. This actually looks insane. I was watching the stream earlier. I watched it all the way to the finals, and I could not believe some of the things I saw. He's main decking Phantasme. That's just insane, and there's perfect merit for it. This deck was designed for this tournament. You have to remember that since the ban list dropped only a couple days ago, these players had a very small window of time to actually construct decks to play under the new format, because Hani and the guys did not want to play under old format. You know, shout out to Luxury. I'll have a link down below to their Twitch. Follow them there, you guys. They do God's work for the community, and I absolutely love everything that they do and bring to the whole community for you guys. So yeah, definitely check them out. But this is insane. We're going to talk about why this deck won the LCS. There was so much representation for Dragon Link. We just didn't know what route the deck would go. There were so many videos on YouTube spamming, like spamming the Destruction Sword and all these crazy combos. And you guess what? It didn't pan out to anything. So half the time you cannot believe the hype and the BS that goes out on YouTube, because a lot of times it is just hype. But this list is very solid. Like we do always on this series, we're going to go over the deck. We're going to talk about why I felt it won, the reason why it was positioned so well. And we're just going to talk about the impact in our meta going forward. As you guys know, our ban list goes into effect tomorrow, but this is effective for the new list. So you definitely can take a lot of the away from this profile going forward. So yeah, we will get into it for you guys. So for the monsters, he is playing the one Absolute Router Dragon, the one copy of the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, the two copies of Chamber Dragon Maid. There's a reason why this card has gone up to the moon, literally, as they say on Market Watch. This card is insane for the deck. If you guys are noticing, he's playing 3 copies of the Trap card, which is crazy. We'll talk about that when we get to it. The one copy of Levianeer card is still insane. 3 amazing effects. The fact that I could rip a card out of hand is crazy. For his hand traps, he played triple Phantasme. Okay, this is crazy. We have not seen Phantasme in so long, and people are wondering, why did he play Phantasme? Why did he main deck Phantasme? He main deck Phantasme because we all knew Dragon Link was going to be one of the best decks of the format. The fact that it escaped the ban list, the fact that VFD got banned, made it to where this deck is just perfectly positioned. Phantasme is amazing against this deck. Dragon Link cannot effectively play around this card, so being able to drop this card, draw 2 to 3 cards depending on when you drop it, fix your hand, put the bricks back, and literally have a free body on the board. This is a 2400 body that also can protect targeting. This card is insane, and I think we're definitely going to see this card going forward in the new format. It's very strong, very well positioned against Dragon Link. And while it isn't good against a lot of the decks, if you notice, he actually did summon it against Dinos. When Ryan went into Link Karibo, he actually did summon it, and he did get to draw cards and fix his hand. I think that's crazy, and the fact that you get a body on board is insane. So I really do see Phantasme being played again after all this time going forward. Along with triple Nibiru, this shouldn't come as a surprise. Combo decks, it's very good in the mirror match and very good also against the Tri-Brigade Lyralist deck. Now, while that deck did not have a great representation and did not make top cut, don't deny that Nibiru is very good against that deck. It's good against any deck that overextends and doesn't play around it, so this card is fantastic. It also combos with Chaos Space. Another thing to note, Phantasme and Nibiru both combo with Chaos Space, and you can also search Phantasme off of the Brotor. So there's just those little interactions there for anyone that's wondering. One copy of Noctivision, the already aforementioned Brotor, the one copy of Red Eyes, one copy of Rocket Recharger, the 2 copies of Rocket Synchron, triple copies of Rocket Tracer, and triple copies of Star Liege, along with the White Dragon, a Wyver Buster that rounds out all the monsters. To the spells, of course, the Boot Sector launch with the triple copies of Chaos Space. This card is just absurd for Dragon Link. The one copy of Dragon's Ravine for the combo, triple copies of Quick Launch. This card didn't get touched on the ban list. People talked about it. I mean, it's not once per turn, so have fun, combo away. 3 copies of triple tactic talents in the main deck. Makes sense. You expect a lot of players to want to hand trap your deck, so being able to capitalize with triple tactic talents. I noticed during the matches what he was doing was mostly doing the confiscation effect, which is very strong because Levianeer can rip one card, this can rip another card, and by doing that, you gain knowledge of what your opponent is playing, so you can perfectly play around and make their hand take away any option that they have against your deck. So very, very strong card. Of course, triple copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon, arguably probably probably the best spell in the deck next to Quick Launch and Chaos Phase. Being able to just reborn is nuts, and being able to move your Link monsters to create your combos is fantastic. And then to round out the deck, he played triple copies of Dragon Maid Tidying. This card is insane. You target one dragon monster you control, one card your opponent controls, or in their graveyard, return them to the hand. The way he was doing this to play around Mystic Mine. Now, Ryan did play Mystic Mine in the main deck, and I'm sure when his deck list goes out on YouTube, you guys will see it. It's already up on Luxury's, the Luxury's Facebook page, so definitely check that out. Again, I'll have the links below. Tidying is just fantastic, though. This helps you out the problematic cards. You can use this at any time to basically bounce away any problem card that gets in your way, and this is a great out to Mystic Mine, or just bouncing it to your opponent's hand so that you can OTK them and control the board and put up your negates is fantastic. So I love the fact that he played triple copies of this, and I think we're definitely going to see this being the norm going forward. But that is it for the main deck, you guys. For the side, triple copies of Ash, just most standard hand trap. Copy of Pankatops, you go second, card's great. Triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone for any back row decks. Triple copies of Dark Ruler, probably for the mirror match. Dragoon, any kind of decks that just put up, semi-unbreakable boards, you can break it. Got the one copy of Harpy's Feather Duster for all the back row decks. Triple copies of Super Poly, that's actually insane. But if you look at his extra deck, you'll see where he's actually warranted for playing the triple copies of Super Poly. So this was fantastic. He was definitely prepared for what he thought people were going to play in this format. And then, of course, the one copy of Red Reboot to go with the Duster and the 3 Cosmic Cyclones. It's your back row removal. It helps you win. This card just literally is the Weeboo button. You activate it and you just win the game. For the side, now onto the extra, he plays the one copy of Borreload Furious Dragon. So this is 2 dark dragon monsters. So basically, I guess you can make this with in the mirror match and whatnot. If there's 2 dark dragons, you can make it with Super Poly. But the main target is the Predaplant Dragostapelia. Since it does take a fusion monster and a dark monster, all you have to do is get a dark monster on board, and you can literally Super Poly and get the Dragoon off the board. Dragoon can be a problem for some decks, so being able to just have an out to it is fantastic. I think the card is very strong and very well positioned as well in this format. So it's just a good option. You could play Starving Venom, but I think this one is better. You got the Borreload Savage Dragon, the Boral Sword Dragon, the copy of Hulk. You guys already know Hulk is insane. You got the copy of Romulus, the never banned Guard Dragon LP, the ultimate escape artist of the ban list. You got the one copy of Pisty, 2 copies of Hieratic Seal. That's actually very interesting. Most decks only play 1. The fact that he's gone up to 2 is just showing how strong this card is. This card is very good. Being able to bounce and summon is just insane. This card, there's a reason why this card went up. You got the one copy of the Quad Boral Dragon. It's part of your combo. He also plays Saryuja. This can help you dig into what you need. This card is amazing. I don't think a lot of players see it coming, but being able to use Saryuja, dig that you need as far as you need to go, make your Savage, and then get it back with the 4 negates with Saryuja is fantastic. And then, of course, the triple Striker Dragon. So now to wrap up this video, why do I think this deck won? This deck won because it is arguably one of the best decks, if not right now, the best deck of this new format. Now, I know the ban list goes into effect tomorrow, but we already saw this coming. We already foreshadowed that Dragon Link was going to be one of the best decks. It wasn't even close. And I definitely see this deck doing more going forward. I also think this deck won because it was piloted by a very good player. That doesn't even need to be said, but I wanted to add it. And the fact that he really did prepare for this event the best way possible. The triple copies of Phantasme, the triple copies of Nibiru for the mirror match. Phantasme for any decks that link. Being able to draw, fix your hand is fantastic. And as you can see, like, he even played tech cards like I said, Super Poly. He was prepared for every matchup across the board, and that is one of the main reasons why I felt it won. Another reason you can say is representation. There were a ton of Dragon Link players, but that doesn't even matter. The fact that he made it this far, he made it to the finals and then just won in the finals is amazing. I think that this list was just very well constructed. It was very well prepared for the event, and I'll be honest, I think a lot of players just were kind of shook. They did not know. I think this was one of the other main reasons this deck won. There was such a short window, like I said in the beginning of the video, to build decks that people were not sure, players were not sure, where do I go from here, what do I make, and how do I make it happen? And that's exactly what Ben did. He took advantage of that. He built a very strong Dragon Link deck, a deck that could beat the mirror match, a deck that could beat dinosaurs, which is actually a very hard matchup because dinos can just clear the board, and it's very hard, but he was prepared for that with his choices in this deck, and I think that is why he is now your LCS 11 champion. But that's everything for today, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you guys know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, why you fell. Dragon Link won LCS 11. Again, shout out to you, Ben. Congratulations on winning. Now this has definitely put Dragon Link on the forefront of the best decks in the format, and I can't wait to see what players will do to combat Dragon Link as well as innovate Dragon Link as the rest of the format continues. But that's all I got to say, you guys. Again, shout out to Luxury for another amazing tournament. Hani and the guys are doing God's work, so definitely check them out in the description below, and definitely support them as we will continue to have more tournaments from them in the future. But that's all I got to say, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.